French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte have been married for 18 years, but they've always been a controversial couple, and their story still raises eyebrows around the world. He was only 15 when they first met, and she was his teacher, 24 years older than him. Many people see them as a strong and loving couple, but is their relationship really that perfect? Recently, a video showed Brigitte pushing Emmanuel in the face during an official visit, and it quickly went viral. What's really going on between them? And how did their love story even begin? Watch the full video to find out. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to get notified as I upload a new video. Let's go on. It was 1993. A 15-year-old Emmanuel Macron had just joined La Providence, a private school in Amiens, a small city in northern France. That's where he first met Brigitte, then known as Madame Osier. At the time, Brigitte was a literature and drama teacher at the school. Although she wasn't Emmanuel's direct teacher, they grew close while working together on a school play, and during the theater workshops she led. Brigitte was 39 years old, married to a banker named André-Louis Osier for nearly 20 years, and the mother of 3 children. Interestingly, her eldest daughter, Laurence, was in the same class as Emmanuel. Brigitte was living a completely normal and respectable life, a devoted wife, a loving mother, and a well-liked teacher. But everything began to change when she met Emmanuel. Their connection began during the school play. They met every other Friday to work on the script, and over time, a deep bond formed. Slowly but surely, they became infatuated with each other. We wrote together on Friday nights, and by Saturday, I couldn't wait for Friday to come around. I didn't understand why. It seemed insane, Brigitte later recalled. Emmanuel was not like the other students. He was exceptionally intelligent, talented, and incredibly mature for his age. He often preferred speaking with teachers instead of hanging out with classmates. Brigitte later said that working with young Emmanuel was like working with Mozart. He was that gifted. At first, everyone assumed their connection was just a close teacher-student relationship, but soon, other students began to notice how often they were together, staying late after rehearsals, deep in conversation, and clearly focused on each other. One day, they were even seen at a local restaurant, sharing what was described as a tender moment. The rumors quickly spread, and eventually they reached Emmanuel's parents. At first, they assumed their son had a crush on Brigitte's daughter, but once the truth came out, they were shocked. Emmanuel's parents acted quickly. They decided to send him to Paris to finish his studies, hoping that putting distance between them would end the relationship. His father even confronted Brigitte directly and begged her to stay away from his son. But Brigitte responded, "I can't promise you anything." His mother, on the other hand, gave her a harsh warning. "Don't you see? You've already had your life, but he won't have children with you." Brigitte understood how scandalous the situation had become. She tried to distance herself as well. She thought Emmanuel would eventually move on, meet someone his age, and forget about her. But he didn't. Even from Paris, he stayed determined. He called her constantly. They talked for hours on the phone. "He overcame all my objections with patience and determination," Brigitte later said. For 10 years, Brigitte stayed in contact with Emmanuel but remained in her marriage, trying to shield her family from the inevitable fallout. But eventually, the marriage ended. Her husband left the family home in 1994, although their divorce wasn't finalized until 2006. 1 year later, in 2007, Emmanuel, then 29, and Brigitte, 54, got married in a small ceremony in La Touquet, the same seaside town where she had married her first husband back in 1974. Brigitte wore a short white dress, and her 3 children were there, along with Emmanuel's family. When asked about their 24-year age gap, Brigitte told Elle France, "There are moments in life when you have to make important choices. For me, this was it. If I hadn't made that choice, I would have missed out on my life. Everyone deserves to choose the life that truly matters to them." After their wedding, Brigitte fully embraced her new role. She left her teaching career behind to support Emmanuel's growing political ambitions. When he was appointed finance minister under President François Hollande, Brigitte became his closest advisor. Later, when Emmanuel launched his campaign for president, Brigitte was once again by his side. despite being the target of constant media attacks. One of the cruelest rumors claimed that Brigitte was just a cover for Emmanuel's supposed homosexuality. Emmanuel shut those rumors down, telling his supporters firmly that Brigitte shares my whole life. In 2017, Emmanuel Macron became the youngest president in the history of France at just 39 years old. But as his political career soared, so did the scrutiny of their relationship. Their age difference continued to make headlines. But even more bizarre were the claims that Brigitte was actually born a man named Jean-Michel. The rumor gained traction online, sparking wild conspiracy theories. Eventually, 2 women who helped spread the lie were ordered by a French court to pay 8,000 euros in damages to the First Lady. Macron addressed the constant hate and criticism by saying, "Nobody would call it unusual if the age difference were reversed. People find it hard to accept something that is sincere and unique. Even though many people disliked them, this couple kept their love strong, and they didn't care about other people's opinions. At least that's how it looked from the outside." Brigitte became known as the president's secret weapon. She shaped Emmanuel's image, helped write his speeches, and even advised him on key appointments. In public, they often held hands, exchanged warm glances, and presented a united front. The French press called them inseparable. One journalist even wrote, "They don't just look like a couple, they look like a team." Behind closed doors, Brigitte reportedly kept Emmanuel grounded, and at times, under strict control. Several insiders have described her as fiercely protective, even dominant. She decides who gets access to him, watches over his schedule, and is said to be deeply involved in nearly every major decision he makes. Some people admire this. They see Brigitte as a powerful, devoted partner. But others whisper that Emmanuel is more like a protege than a husband, that the dynamic between them is unbalanced. Recently, a brief video clip reignited those suspicions. During an official visit to Vietnam, cameras caught a surprising moment. As the couple prepared to exit the presidential plane in Hanoi, Brigitte was seen pushing Emmanuel in the face with both hands. Macron looked stunned, before forcing a smile and waving to the cameras. Later, at the top of the plane stairs, Macron offered her his arm, but Brigitte didn't take it. Instead, she walked ahead of him. A lip reader even claimed that she called him a loser. The footage quickly spread across social media, sparking a wave of debate and speculation. The Élysée Palace initially tried to dismiss the video, claiming it was an AI-generated fake created by anti-Macron accounts, but they later confirmed the footage was real. The French president brushed off all the rumors, saying the couple was just joking around and that everyone needs to calm down. He later told reporters, "We are horsing around and really just joking with my wife," adding that too much was being made of the incident. It becomes a sort of geoplanetary catastrophe. Still, the internet wasn't convinced. Memes showing a bruised-up President Macron with black eyes quickly went viral. One popular post on X joked that Brigitte had done what all of France wants to do. Another user sarcastically wrote, "Of course it was horseplay. I regularly shove my husband in the face with both hands to show how much I care for him." Someone else joked, "Maybe she was just wiping powder off his nose." These reactions show how their relationship continues to fascinate and divide public opinion. What's clear is that behind the public smiles and official appearances, their love story is far from ordinary. What do you think of their relationship? Share your thoughts in the comments. And that's it. If you enjoyed the video and want more like it, be sure to leave a thumbs up below in appreciation. And if you haven't already, you really want to subscribe. Subscribe to my channel and tick the bell icon so you get notified as I upload a new video every week. See you in the next video.